Hey y'all, hey, welcome back to my channel, new and returning subscribers. TT here, your friendly psychic medium, back with another reading. Okay, today is all about ancestor messages. All right, so we will be tapping in to the other side and connecting with the ancestor realm. All right, so if you're here for it, be sure to click the like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. Turn all your bell notifications on so you're notified of when I go live. And join in on the comments. All right? Let's talk about it. Ancestor messages. Let me turn my music down. It's a little too low. Music. Something is like music to your ears. You know what? Your ancestors are funny. So for all of y'all that are, you may be skeptics or you don't really trust where, you don't really trust the sources that be trying to tell you what you should and shouldn't do. And so you be needing your ancestors to make it very plain and simple. Your ancestors are funny. You're about to meet someone that may have the same first, middle, or last name of a deceased loved one. That's for somebody. Someone else, you may meet someone where they're from a city that you once resided in, but you no longer live there. But it would be something where they're from a totally different state or something like that. But the city has the same name. You get what I'm saying? There's something along those lines. Okay. I'm also getting like a favorite movie that you may like. Somebody may have the same vehicle or something like that. But what I'm trying to say is your ancestors know that you don't trust sources just from anybody, and so they have to make it very, very plain and simple. And it's like a humoristic thing, right? How funny would that be for your ancestors to leave a clue for you that they know only you will get? And that's kind of like what your ancestors are going to be doing over the next 7 days. Okay, it's like, yeah, you can't deny that I am sending you this message because only you would know it and only you would kind of be able to put two and two together. Scribe. Preserving knowledge and information. Okay, so you're on this journey and they're leaving you like clues and breadcrumbs to help you kind of put the pieces all together little bit by little bit, so you're not too far in the future that you get anxiety or too caught up in the past that you remain paralyzed in fear of doing anything. And so as you're going on this, they want you to start a words of affirmation journal. This is about teaching yourself in real time. Okay, something about teaching yourself in real time. And then we have artist in reverse. Shadow attributes: using talent as an excuse to mistreat others, posing as the starving artist to elicit pity. Hold on now, you not finna be out here like that. They said, oh hell no. Oh hell no. They said you are not finna be out here letting social media, the algorithm, or whoever the fuck is in charge, making you reduce yourself down to desperation. Okay, so for all of my artists, content creators, influencers, enthusiasts, people that have gifts, but maybe your gifts and talents isn't really getting the recognition that it deserves. And so social media and platforms may be pushing this agenda. Okay, you got to be able to read between the lines to pick up on it though. So it's like saying they're pushing this agenda where you're so desperate to be able to do what you love that you would put yourself on the platform and just use it like fuck it. I might as well be mean, but your gift is more than just that. Or fuck it, I might as well just not care. It's giving woe is me. So for those of you where the situation is like, nobody cares, nobody wants to support me, nobody this and X, Y, and Z, you may feel like you have to say that in order for like people to do something that should be natural. I feel like ultimately your ancestors are saying that you're not about to reduce yourself to that. No, you're not about to do it. Even though you may feel like it's being engineered, and it is, because they're trying to put you in a certain classification or category with a certain type of group of people. And so this is how they're doing social classing now. It's no longer you got to take a consensus or check mark where you come from. It's all about vibe. It's all about frequency, and what vibration you are is what they're going to match you to. So you have to be the author of what you will happen on your channels, on your social media platforms. I don't care where you post or what you do. You're going to have to outsmart some type of program. Okay. Now the algorithm is not a problem, but the algorithm is given a code, is given a command, and whoever is in control of the command center is trickling its way down. And so in this process, you're not finna be out here like no damn Dave Chappelle and people that have to be like, people laugh at you and that's what they love about you because they find you to be a clown or they find you to be comical. What I feel like they're saying is, they're pretty much saying like, be very intentional and view it as you are preserving knowledge, and you view your why as the reason, like I'm doing this not for immediate gratification. I'm doing this for the future because you already know something. It's making me think of that movie. I remember the movie where when she was a little girl, she was at school and she was given these numbers and everyone thought she was just weird and she was having a mental breakdown and she was like drawing it in the wall. So she was given like a prediction, and to preserve it she put it in a time capsule, and so it was put in the ground for like 20 years or 2 decades or something like that. And nobody believed her, but pretty much she predicted the end of days. But it was preserved in a time capsule, so someone else was able to get their chosen child, their chosen one, to the right place in the right time. So there's so much about the future that you don't know, and there's someone that has to be make it to the top of the mountain. All right, the chosen ones need help, and when it's like in the future, someone's gonna uncover something that you wrote. Okay, it's giving like scribing, writings on the wall, artifacts, your art. You're gonna go down in history like someone that saw this a long time ago, and you put it in like paintings. You hid it in plain sight, so that way chosen ones would be able to see it when it was time for them to rise to the occasion. Okay, they'll be able to read between the lines, because I feel like what's happening right now, things are being engineered to turn humanity back into like slavery days. But slavery has changed. Now it's algorithms placing people where they belong by their level of intellect, by what they are attracted to. Pretty much, if you ever saw the movie Sphere, where they told you a long time ago, what you think is what actually is being created, that's kind of what it is now. So people that think very low vibrational, they're going to create an actual frequency. Well, it's being created. The people are creating the frequency, and they're going to create classifications and districts based off of that frequency. And so your tower and your cell receptors will make sure that you never leave that grid. And there was grid programming. But who am I, Your ancestors are the ones that be telling you the future. The ancestors is the ones that be telling you what be going down. And they tell you to stay away from your ancestors because it's a trick. But last time I checked, your ancestors be making sure that you 10 steps ahead in every situation in life. So they're going to communicate to you in a way that only you can understand. They say shooter. Yeah, because they're trying to put you in poverty. Something about District 5 could be significant. Number 5, you've been seeing number 5 lately. Confirmation as well. Move the card deck because the camera can focus. For those of y'all that like to see the cards, okay. It's going to be very important to keep envisioning a life outside of your circumstances, not to become your circumstances. That's what they're saying. If you continue to be aware of the conditions that you're in to the point where you just remain in a space of gratitude, they'll never be able to classify you. So gratitude is a space where they don't have no classification for that, because it doesn't put you, it helps you revolve around the classification. So okay. So pretty much how the algorithm is programmed, it's to people with absolute fixed perspectives on situations and matters. It's designed to connect you to your actual fixed perspective. So if you live life in such a way where you don't have a fixed perspective, you're very fluid and open to the idea of it, you can adapt to any circumstance. Your gratitude allows you to live outside of the box. This would be the perfect time this is why you incarnated during this time, is because you learned young how to find. I'm also getting this is why you went through certain life experiences. You went through those life experiences so you can always think outside the box. Live outside the box. Remain in a space of gratitude no matter what. Bare necessities and dun dun dun. So those that grew up on, it was like in the music, because I'm hearing Jungle Book where he's singing bare necessities and dun dun. They were teaching you from young how to adapt to your environments and find gratitude in what you have, so you're not classified during this shift in the Aquarian age. It's a part of entering a digital era. Currency. Interesting. But there's a perfect balance of duality between being grateful to the point of being humbled, and you're never able to manifest more, versus being grateful that you already know better is here for you. So there's like 3 phases of manifestation. You're always above the program. When you can see the manifestation, you're grateful for having the manifestation. What's the third? You can see the manifestation, grateful for having the manifestation, and what you will wear when the time comes. I don't know, something like that. They're trying to teach you that. So whatever circumstances you're in right now, that's what they're trying to teach you. How to remain unclassified. Unclassifiable. 555. What the fuck? Okay, 5 of Pentacles, 5 of Cups. Let's get one more. Okay. Sheesh. What in the hell is going on here? All right, so we have bad news. So your ancestors got some bad news for you. I'm hearing, I hate to break it to you. Someone's manipulative. Someone's a con artist. What are they trying to do? There's a con artist. Okay. Someone wants to barter with you. So we have some type of con artist bartering system. Someone wants to barter with you so they can con you. Five of Cups. Six of Pentacles. So we have 5 of Pentacles. Why can't I see clearly? Okay. Maybe this is like an overlapping, like an unfinished business situation happening here, right? So we have an energy of investing, and then we have an energy of wanting to cock block you. Someone wants you struggling, unable to barely manage, unable to prosper. And that's coming from someone that feels like they have unfit. They're not done like making you suffer. They're trying to constantly manifest endings for you, hardship for you. So you have someone that's constantly manifesting over your life, speaking evil eye, bad intentions, right? And they want you to fail at performing and doing whatever it is that you do good. And so this may be why you're being encouraged to like switch up your routine, do things that you don't normally do, go out into a community, switch up your routine, because there's something about trying to make work harder for you, or what you do on an everyday routine basis difficult, to force you to give up. This is like intentions that are sent up, like give up, quit working, like a lot of negative yeah. Someone's about to lose though. And because they're losing, they need to, because it's not working on you, they're going to come to a realization that it has to be because you're talking to somebody or something like that. With the Magician in reverse. Yeah, someone was disappointed that y'all weren't able to have a second chance or reconcile. So they're trying to, they're trying to affect you spiritually so you will block your own blessings and good things coming into your life. Like you'll do it yourself. Wanting you to look at everything in a condescending, pessimistic way. Someone keeps paying some type of so this is neutral energy. So someone is about to get exposed. They keep paying for, like they this is someone that does it 7 days a week. This is a very consistent energy here. So like 7 days a week someone goes to, it's not even readings, that they're ritualistically paying for, paying someone to manifest you back. It's like manifest you back, call you back in, get you back. Now, one of the things with neutral energy is the energy will go out, right? The High Priestess is going to make you aware of the pros and the cons. That's what the High Priestess does, the seen and the unseen. Whether you want to hear it or not, the High Priestess has to make you aware. The High Priestess is a major archetype. The major archetypes play roles to help assist us. And so to make it an even playing ground, the High Priestess has to let you know what someone's intentions are, the pros and the cons, so you can make a free will choice. Even when it comes to your own life, even if you are a High Priestess yourself, or you channel divine energy, duality, the High Priestess will still have to make you aware of your own life and what's going on. And doing nothing is doing something. Disappointment. There's some disappointment. I think this is going both ways. Someone here, the High Priestess may also be making you aware that someone had some negative experiences with exes and they haven't quite processed it or got over it. So even though they meet a good thing, they may also be trying to look for certain signs and pitfalls that reassures them that you aren't like another person that they dated. Like that was a disappointment. And so your ancestors are asking you to be a little neutral when it comes to this person. Especially if they are, maybe they're asking you 21 questions or trying to get a lot of intel. So they want to feel confident in the connection. Yeah, it feels like you may meet someone that was done in really good, really well, in a negative way by an ex, and it was a disappointment. But meeting you, you're not their ex. So your ancestors are saying it's important not to try to overcompensate to reassure this person. Let them feel, okay? Let them learn you, so that way they don't tether or group you, classify you. So it seems like you're dealing with someone that wants to invest, but they want to make sure that you aren't playing games with them and just seducing them. This person was seduced by someone that was good at getting shit out of a person, and they got very little in return. And they feel like they lost a lot of money and it was a waste of time and investment. But I feel like I don't want to say teach this person, but you can alchemize it with the magician. You can alchemize. When you pick up on it, you don't have to be like, oh my God, that's another person doing the same thing. No, you can pick up on it and have it work in your favor. That's what they're saying. Let's get your closing message. Make it work for yourself, boo. So we have a sincere wish will be granted. Persevere and you will overcome a problem. Something is capable of going the distance. Keep your life in balance. Dissatisfaction with life. We have dealings or relationship with a woman with blonde hair. Yeah, so someone may have it feels like they're opening their heart to love. They're not quite ready to deal with someone. They may have been dealing with someone like really young that just, played them a little bit. But if that person didn't come in and do a little damage, there may have been something about this person that they wouldn't have realized. And so their ego a little bit bruised. But I feel like with you, they'll have a different experience. That's what I'm hearing. You know what to do is what your ancestors are saying. You know what to do. You got this. All right. Well, that's what I have for you guys. Sending y'all lots of love, wisdom, and guidance on your journey. Until next time. Later.